అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను మీ చందన. సో ఈ రోజు మనతో ఎవరున్నారు చూసారా? See who's that beauty. So yeah, we have Natasha with us. Mana Kothala Rayudu heroine. So how are you, Natasha?
Hi Chandana, and hello to all the viewers of Zee Telugu. I'm good. How are all of you?
We're really doing good. So it's been very long. Chala రోజుల తర్వాత చూస్తున్నాం మళ్ళీ after COVID. So how is it being back on sets?
Honestly, I'm just so excited to finally be here, and I'm so grateful to be here right now because COVID was very hard on most of the industries, but a little more on the film industry, and of course work for us was a little bit more delayed. So I'm just finally super happy that we've also waited for a theatre release for Kothala Rayudu for a very, very long time, and we're just so happy that we're able to do this. So I'm hoping that all the viewers actually go out to a theatre and watch the film because certain films, this is a proper family entertainer, and there is a certain joy that we get when we go to a theatre and we watch a family movie. It's watching a film in a theatre is an experience of its own because we're going with our family, we're picking out a popcorn, and it's just like on your way back after the film, you're discussing the film. So it's a full experience which I think everyone has either with their friends or their family, and we've tried to make a very funny family entertainer film which you can watch with anybody and have a good laugh, which is a light-hearted movie, exactly proper for the time. So I hope you watch it in a theatre, and yeah.
మీరు అసలు ఈ రోల్ని ఎలా చూస్ చేసుకున్నారు? వాట్ మేడ్ యూ చూస్ దిస్ వన్?
Okay, so for me, I believe in doing roles which I feel the audience may connect to. I believe in doing roles which the audience may like and they'll keep in their heart. And I've always chosen films based on that. So I am quite picky about the roles I do, but there was something about Dhanalakshmi's character which really related to me. The simplicity, the innocence of a village girl, which for me was a challenge because I'm a city girl based in Bombay. So for me to get to do that was a challenge for me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's a certain, like the character Dhanalakshmi, she loves joy in little things, and that's what I've tried to portray even in the film. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, because it would be challenging for me to do something outside my box.
సో మీకు నతాషాకి ఇంకా ధనలక్ష్మికి సిమిలారిటీస్ ఏమున్నాయి ఇందులో? ఏం చూడొచ్చు మేము?
So Dhanalakshmi also likes being on social media, and that's a common factor, but I think that's common for me and everybody, right?
సో ఎలా వచ్చింది ఆపర్చునిటీ? హౌ డిడ్ ఇట్ స్టార్ట్? అంతా హౌ వాజ్ ఇట్?
The opportunity was actually very nice. Sudhir sir, my director, had called me and he narrated the story, and he had told me, he had actually narrated both the characters to me. And I told him, so I really want to do Dhanalakshmi's role. And he was like, okay, if you feel like you can connect with it, then you should take that character up. And it just kind of sort of happened.
శ్రీకాంత్ గారితో స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసుకోవడం ఎలా అనిపించింది? వాజ్ ఇట్ టఫ్? ఆర్ సెట్స్లో ఎలా ఉండేవారు ఆయన?
So Srikanth sir is a very reserved person, but a very classy and a very elegant hero, and it's been absolutely wonderful working with him. He's very mindful of his co-stars, and that is actually something very wonderful about him. When we were shooting the songs, we were at 0 point where there was literally like no oxygen. We were 15,300 feet above sea level, and at one point I almost fainted. And Srikanth sir, we were doing a song sequence, and I was in a sari which was like with this very tiny blouse, chest exposed to the cold, and there was snow all around us, and it was super, super cold, and with the absence of oxygen it was very difficult essentially. And Srikanth sir realized that at one point we were doing some sequence, I had to turn, and he realized my body was turning cold. He was like, okay, we need to stop shooting now because we can't take this anymore, it's too cold. So he was very considerate about things like that, and he's a very chilled hero. So it was fun working with him.
So after COVID, I think this is your first film,
Yeah.
right? So how is it during COVID?
So COVID was tough for most of the industries, but I think a little more for the film industry, and I will definitely say that it was tough for me as well, because even as an actor, there are phases in between jobs when you are, waiting for your next project or reading scripts or auditioning for other roles. But this was kind of like you don't know when the next project's going to be because there's no clarity about when will things get better? And when things just begin getting better, again there's like a lockdown, or again there is another variant, and COVID just keeps attacking us. So it was tough, but I tried to focus on all the important things in life. I tried to make the most of the time that I had, which meant if spending time with my family, getting fit, learning how to cook, trying out all sorts of, a little bit of everything. For me, balance was key. So I tried to do a little bit of everything, and that kept me sane and that kept me going. And I think my biggest takeaway from COVID is that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So you should like try to work on your attitude and your mindset. And if you have that under control, anything is possible. And you just have to hold on to the hope that things will get better.
ఎస్ మీరు చెప్పినట్టు థింగ్స్ విల్ గెట్ బెటర్. అండ్ దీంతో కాకుండా మనం చూసుకుంటే కోవిడ్ టైమ్స్లో మెంటల్ హెల్త్ అవేర్నెస్ అనేది బాగా ఎక్కువైంది. సో హౌ వాజ్ యువర్ మెంటల్ హెల్త్? మీరు మెంటల్ హెల్త్ గురించి ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నారు మా వ్యూయర్స్కి?
So I think it's very important to be aware of your mental health, irrespective of COVID or not COVID. It's very important to be self-aware if you are feeling upset or low, or if you're dealing with stress and anxiety. It's very important to work through these issues, and it's very important to actually understand where these emotions are coming from, get to the root of it, and do not be hard on yourself, because life will always have ups and downs. But you know what makes us human is that we are capable of adapting to the ups and downs. And the most important thing in life is to remember that everything is impermanent. You know, right now we don't even know what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. So we have no idea about what's going to happen. So with respect to mental health, do not cling on to any negative emotion. Just understand it, accept it, and adapt to it, and learn whatever it's trying to teach you. You know, grow through what you go through.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. You know, and you should be aware of it, and you should take care of your mental health when there's COVID, when there's no COVID, like any day and every day. You know, love yourself and take care of yourself.
సో మనము ట్రైలర్ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే చాలా క్యారెక్టర్స్ కనిపిస్తుంటారు, చాలా మంది ఆర్టిస్ట్ ని చూసాం మేము. సో వాళ్ళందరితో వర్క్ చేయడం ఎలా ఉంది? ఏమైనా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉందా? ఒక్కొక్కరితో ఏమన్నా షేర్ చేసుకోగలరా?
So you know the amount of fun you've probably kind of seen even in the trailer. That's the amount of fun we had even at set, because every artist in the film was so full of life and so full of energy, and they were such like lovely people to work with. Whether it was Murli Sharma Garu, who's done my father's role, or whether it was Srikanth sir, it's been absolutely lovely, and it was a very fun-loving set. Sudhir sir, Kishore sir, my director, my producer, they've always gone out of their way to make this set feel like home. And I think everyone is connected in that way, because that's what the vibe of the film is. We're showing like a family film, and the whole set every day at shoot was also like a family. And yeah, it was absolutely lovely.
ఈ మూవీలో మీ క్యారెక్టర్ కాకుండా వేరే మీకు ఇష్టమైన క్యారెక్టర్ ఏంటి?
So my favorite character in the film is my own character, of course, Dhanalakshmi.
మీది కాకుండా?
Okay, except me.
Yeah.
Except me, I would actually like Srikanth sir's role.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think he gets to portray a lot of emotions, and it's a roller coaster character for him. So I think his character is the next favorite character for me. Yeah.
ఓకే. సో ట్రైలర్లో కాకుండా ఇంకా వాట్ ఎల్స్ కెన్ వి సీ, వాట్ ఎల్స్ కెన్ వి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ ఇంకా మేము మీ క్యారెక్టర్ గురించి ఇంకా ఏమన్నా?
So the trailer actually doesn't show anything from our songs, and there's so much more in the film. I mean, to get to know more, you need to go to the theatre, you need to watch the film. But believe me, when we were shooting the songs even in Sikkim, it was absolutely like outstanding, the views. I've never been aware of how beautiful our country is, and this for me was like, I was totally awestruck with how beautiful the whole location was. And of course, shooting there had its own challenges, but it was just so worth it, you know. And so overall, I would say that the songs, the locations that we've shot on is also something that's really worth watching, because I think the beauty of it is that you get to transport with it to a different location.
సో మీ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఏంటి తెలుగు ఇండస్ట్రీలో?
So actually I have a Hindi film which is going to release this year. Yeah, it's an OTT film, and other than that, Telugu films, I'm actually in the middle of reading a few scripts, and you will be the first to know when I sign it. But yeah, I will confirm with you once I sign the project. I do not like talking about it until I'm on day one of the set shooting.
సో తెలుగు ఫిల్మ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ గురించి ఏమంటారు, ఏం చెప్తారు మీకు?
I absolutely love the Telugu film industry. For me, I feel Hyderabad is my adopted home, and I'm so glad that I have gotten this opportunity to work in Hyderabad. I love coming to Hyderabad. I love eating. Every time I come to Hyderabad, the first thing I do is I have Irani chai.
సో చాయ్ లవరా మీరు?
I'm a major chai lover, and I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat biryani, but I know that's the next thing which people generally ask, Hyderabad biryani.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm very grateful that the Telugu film industry has given me so much love and warmth from my first film Jaisimha to now, and I'm very grateful for having received all this love. And I think I've been fortunate enough to work with some great people who I've learned a lot of amazing things with. And throughout my journey so far, I've interacted with people who have treated me with so much respect and so much adoration that it always fills my heart with so much love. And that's why I miss Hyderabad when I'm not in Hyderabad. And I'm always waiting to do Telugu films.
ఓకే, మీరు చెప్పారు కదా జయసింహ అని. సో బాలకృష్ణ గారితో మీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎలా ఉంది?
So I'm going to start this with Jai Balaya.
Yes, జై బాలయ్య.
But so with working with Bala sir was an absolute energetic ride because he is like a child. He is so full of energy and so full of wisdom, but he always wants to learn more, and that is something I absolutely adore in him. So I got to learn a lot from him working with him, and every day on set was too much fun working with Jaisimha, the whole team. It was absolutely like amazing and always going to be super special for me because it's my first Telugu film. Yeah.
సో యాజ్ యూ సెడ్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ తెలుగు ఫిలిం. మీ ఫస్ట్ తెలుగు ఫిలింకి ఇప్పటికీ మీరు ఏం చేంజెస్ చూసారు? మీ గ్రోత్ ఎలా ఉండింది? మీ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి?
So there has been a lot of growth, I would say, in my opinion, because like when you watch yourself on screen, you learn about how you look. I mean, you don't kind of have an idea of that unless you actually see that, and then you know like what looks good, what doesn't look good, what you need to work on, what you don't need to work on. So those like little like like self growth with self criticism that happens, that growth has happened in me also, I would say. So I think that's for the audience to judge whether I have grown or no.
మనం చూసుకుంటే అన్నీ గుడ్ కాదు, కొన్ని ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, చేదు ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. అవి ఏమన్నా మాతో షేర్ చేసుకుంటారా?
So there obviously, so this is one thing that I feel a little like bad about. A lot of times after my first film, a lot of opportunities that came with younger heroes, they were a little like apprehensive of working with me because I worked with a senior hero, and which to me I don't see anybody as a senior hero or a younger hero. I feel like you should choose your roles, or you should do your work based on the stories you like, and you should get that work based on your talent, not based on your age or based on who you've worked with. I think that's a very wrong way to judge somebody, and sadly that has existed and it is yet very prevalent in the film industry. So I wish people could be a little bit more open-minded and broad-minded about it, because I think that kind of limits people who have talent and are not getting opportunities.
సో మీ క్రష్ ఎవరు?
I actually like a lot of people because I think there's something good in everybody, and I like to focus on the good in everyone. So I love Allu Arjun, I love Ram Charan, I love Junior NTR. I feel like there can never be just one favorite, right? How's that? That's not a fair question.
సో హూస్ యువర్ ఫేవరెట్ హీరో ఇన్ టాలీవుడ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ?
I mean, that answer I can only give you for Bollywood, and that is Ranveer Singh. He always tops my list any day, anywhere. But in Tollywood, I love Allu Arjun, and I love Ram Charan, and I love Junior NTR.
మీరు ఇంతమందిని చెప్పేస్తున్నారు, అలా కాదు, ఎవరైనా ఒక్కరే చాలా ఇష్టమైన వారు?
No, there isn't one. I mean, I am someone who loves dancing, and all three of them are fabulous dancers. So whoever gives me the chance to perform with them next, they'll become my favorite one.
సో నతాషాకి పడిపోవాలంటే ఒక మంచి డాన్సర్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు అందరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఆల్ డాన్సర్స్. సో నతాషా గారు డేట్కి వెళ్ళాల్సి వస్తే ఈ ముగ్గురులో ఎవరితో వెళ్తారు?
Like wherever the date be?
Yeah.
For me?
Yes.
From those three?
Or anyone.
Anywhere. They just need to like the best date for me would be if anyone like took me and made me meet a lot of puppies because I love dogs.
Oh.
Yeah.
సో పప్పీస్ అన్నారు, హైదరాబాద్ అంటే ఇష్టం అన్నారు, డాగ్ పార్క్ వెళ్ళారా ఎప్పుడైనా?
Yeah, and I have a dog, but unfortunately she's back home in Bombay. So otherwise my baby would be here with me in the dog park.
వాట్స్ హర్ నేమ్?
Her name's Nora.
నోరా, దట్స్ నైస్.
Yeah.
అండ్ మన టాలీవుడ్ ఇండస్ట్రీకి వస్తే హూస్ దట్ వన్ యాక్ట్రెస్ ఆర్ యాక్టర్ యూ ఆల్వేస్ లుక్ అప్ టు? హూస్ దట్?
So, you know, I honestly, like I said, I like seeing the good in everyone. So I think there's something good to learn from everybody, you know. And but currently, I am a very, very big fan of Samantha, and I think she's really shattering some glasses, and she's really like breaking barriers, and she's become this super woman right now. And I'm so awestruck of her, and I feel like she's like the next Priyanka Chopra with the way she's going, you know. More power to you, Sam.
యా. సో ఫైనలీ February 4th మీ సినిమా రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది, కోతల రాయుడు. ఏం చెప్తారు మా ఆడియన్స్కి?
I would say that please go to the theatre, because I'm sure even you miss going to the theatres. So go to the theatre, watch the film. It's a family entertainer. You know, during COVID, so many projects have come out on OTT, but so many of them are bold and so many of them are so crass that you can't actually watch it with your family. But I assure you, Kothala Rayudu is one such film where there's no abusive language and nothing which is like unnecessary. It's a light-hearted film made with love and with a lot of effort with everyone involved. So I hope you can appreciate our effort and our love for you by watching the film and giving us some love.
థ్యాంక్ యూ నతాషా, ఈరోజు
you
మీరు
so much
మాతో
for having me.
ఎస్, ఇట్స్ అర్ అబ్సల్యూట్ ప్లెజర్. అండ్ మన జీ తెలుగు వ్యూయర్స్ అందరికీ Feb 4th కోతల రాయుడు రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. అందరూ థియేటర్స్కి వెళ్ళి చూడండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.